Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my show, the Doug Freidman. Welcome to Undefeated Media, and I'm sorry, we've been super busy. We normally do podcasting, and we have fun here together at Undefeated Media, but we've been super busy, so we haven't been able to come on live and talk to you guys. As always, we want to make these as interactive as possible, so if you say anything fun, interesting, or have a question, put it in the comments section, and we'll answer it live. Today, I got some special guests. Today, B-Rock is in the building. Now, B-Rock's always in the building pretty much. But B-Rock's in the building today. Instead of being behind the camera, he's in front of the camera. So what's up, B-Rock?
Nothing much, Doug. What's going on with you?
You already know.
I guess, yeah, we know what we're up to.
I know what we're up to.
For a little bit already today. But,
absolutely. Yeah. So Brian also went to Northern Highlands as well as I. So we grew up in the same area. He's now with us here at Undefeated Media. So Brian, why don't you give us a little taste of your experience or if you're even having fun?
I mean, I'm having a blast.
Nice.
Yeah, so I've been working here with you, Doug, and Rachel now for a little bit. But I started here in about January of this year.
Nice.
During the pandemic, it was tough to find work after graduation. And luckily this kind of just happened by chance. I stumbled on you in the 201 magazine.
Oh yeah.
And I decided to reach out and just try to see what's going on down here because it's only maybe a 5-minute drive away from my house. Didn't even know it existed, to be honest. I didn't know anything like this could exist in the area. I'm not a big city guy. So the second that I found out that there was a media studio 5 minutes down the road from my house, I jumped on the opportunity and I reached out and we met up. I believe it was right after you shot MYPB, Mind Your Puckin' Business, with
Nice.
Jeffrey Krentzman. You just told me you got done shooting a podcast, and you kind of gave me a tour on the studio, and we talked further, and you invited me to come out to the next podcast the following week, and from there it's kind of just been taken off.
Yeah. Absolutely. And you're doing a great job. You're a pleasure to have here at the studio.
Appreciate it.
Always helping out, always, asking what you could do. And that's what I love about you is you got that go-getter attitude and you're always, looking for more responsibilities and looking to be more involved. So
I try.
So first off, thank you for joining the team.
Of course. Thank you for having me on the team.
Absolutely. Questions, comments, concerns. Got anything?
I mean, not off the top of my head. I feel like you're always the one asking questions, comments, concerns. Do you have any questions, comments, concerns for me?
Let's see here. I'll ask you. All right. So are you excited about anything in the cryptocurrency, NFT, up and coming new wave of marketing and the way the world works? Or is that even beyond your realm of thinking?
I feel I honestly feel like my dad in this situation where I'm just so clueless because I always talk about, what I even do here, working with drones, working with, GoPros, the S1H, all these new lenses and all the technology we use here. And my dad's just sitting there going, okay, sounds cool. I don't know anything about it, but it sounds interesting. That's kind of where I stand with crypto and NFTs. I'm so lost. I'm not a big business and finance guy to begin with. So I have friends who, went to school for that stuff, and they're always telling me, oh, you need to get in now. I have a friend whose dad got into Bitcoin like 10 years ago, something like that, like early.
Yep.
And I just found that out, I think, earlier this week. And I can't even imagine what it's like to be in crypto or at least in Bitcoin at that early in its life. So, I mean, there's a whole bunch of new coins coming out, a whole bunch of new I really don't even know enough about it to talk about it further than this, but there's always new stuff rising and you seem to be on top of it. So
I'm very, very on top of it. First off, I'm not a financial advisor.
Right.
I think legally I have to say that when I go into this. But there's new things coming. There's a new web the web that we know it has got a time frame, and it's going to be different than the way we know it.
Sure.
So there was Web 1.0, American Online, Netscape, Internet Explorer, dial-up. That was Web 1.0. We finally got connected to each other.
Yep.
Web 2.0 was the Google boom and speed and, another wave, right? Now we're coming up to Web 3.0 where, we got the 5G, which is coming out, which literally doctors will be able to perform surgery in a different country in real time. Like, it's crazy. The Web 3.0 is coming, and people don't really, understand it. But it has to go with the speed of light, the speed that everything's coming.
The speed of light.
Yes. Cryptocurrency, which is, let's just say, I'll keep it PG. What happened with GameStop opened up a lot of people's eyes.
Sure.
People wanted to make investments. They couldn't make investments. Or
outside of the stock exchange.
Outside of the stock exchange, Robinhood. We won't even go down that route, but it opened up a lot of people's eyes because here they had an opportunity to make money and the system, whatever, locked it down. And we won't have to go into that. But now people are saying, hey, this game is rigged. This cryptocurrency is not owned by a country. It's not owned by any government society. So it's more the people control it, and and it's like craziness.
It's also very unregulated, however, and there have been plenty of scams. And did you hear about the one that?
Go ahead. What do you got?
I saw there was it was almost like a pyramid scheme with crypto, where people were, I guess whoever started it invited, let's say 50 people, right? And those 50 people went out and recruited, I don't know, 50 people each. And when they recruited somebody, the person who did the recruiting would in turn get more of the coin, right? You kind of get like commission on each.
Sounds like a pyramid scheme.
Right. And because it was disguised as, crypto instead of product, I guess more people fell for it. And I think when they made whatever their target was, the owners, whenever they made their target, they pulled everything out and said, see you later. There's nothing you can do about it.
There's always going to be a scam.
Oh yeah.
And we can't.
When there's this many people uninformed of what's going on.
There's always going to be. I heard there's a gift card scam going on where these people are calling older generational people. One. They're calling them up and they're saying, hey, your bank account has been hacked. And the only way we can get your money back is if you go to Target or Walmart and buy thousands of gift cards, buy as many. So you buy all these gift cards and you have to send them to this new bank PO box. And we take those gift cards and we open up a new account and put your money that you spent in the gift cards onto this. And people are actually falling for this and going now Target and Walmart have like people standing at the gift card spot to prevent this from happening. That's how many people are falling for this, which is craziness to me. Yeah,
in person, I mean, I guess I've seen a lot of YouTube videos where there's this one YouTuber in particular who always tries to like scam artists that are trying to contact him.
Nice.
So he'll get like a email saying, hey, there's been a hack in your bank account and we need to help you out. And the softwares that allow remote permission to your computer, like you can give your permission to some dude in I mean, a lot of these guys are overseas, they're not even in America. So like, I don't know how the legal ramifications even work out. But he tries to like mess with them and they get so frustrated. So yeah, I see plenty of videos of this guy pretending to be like an old person, because unfortunately those are who they target, the less technological savvy. And I guess more gullible because they're not necessarily up to date with all the modern technology and what is going on. And this guy just pretends to be an old man or an old woman and is just confused. And because he's like a hacker himself, he's able to mess with them. And it's funny. Nice. Yeah. Well, not nice, but not nice. It's like a little bit of vigilante justice, if you will. Yes. So the fact that so like there's always going to be scams. There's always going to be a pyramid scheme. It doesn't matter. Like just because they did it on crypto, people were doing it now today, whatever. And there's always going to be hurdles and learning curves. I feel like we're coming up to this breaking point where now we're starting to get our feet from under us and we're starting to learn how this stuff operates. And there's more, not regulations, but more credible sources handling these things like
Coinbase.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing as Robinhood, basically, but it's more geared toward the cryptocurrency space. And like you can invest, like let's just say I go out to dinner. It's $100, easy $100, right? Now let's just say I took that $100 and I put it into Dogecoin, which is like the people's coin, which is the cryptocurrency that like is super cheap right now. I put $100 into that
instead of going to dinner.
I put $100 into that, and that was, let's just say February. Right now, there's like $4,000. That $100 is now $4,000.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, yeah.
It's happening. It's happening.
Yeah.
I suggest you do your research. I'm not a financial advisor. These things are happening. And it's the next wave. The value of a dollar is going down every year. And you know, and Tesla, Amazon, these are all, you know.
Isn't Jeff Bezos going to outer
Jeff
space?
Bezos wants to go to space. Like things are happening. And like, I'm not saying you should take your life savings and throw it onto Dogecoin. But what I'm saying is look for opportunities, because right now we're on this wave of, you know, this new internet wave, this new Web 3.0. So if you can take $100 and spread it around, $5 here, $10 here, take a little small investment and roll the dice. We're at this where things are going to go up super fast. I mean, I don't know what the numbers were, but Tesla, when it first came out in the market, I think it was like $50 a share. Now it's $1,000 a share. Amazon's $1,000 a share. It's the same game. It's just that it's not regulated by the U.S. government, and that'll probably change.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, things are constantly changing, and like we'll get out of the crypto world because that's, you know, mind-boggling for the people watching. Probably not a lot of people know about it. But moral of the story is things are constantly changing. So in our space with marketing, these apps are constantly changing. Yellow Pages is probably not the best place to market right now. Right? Not probably the best place to put your stuff, but back in the day it was. Google AdWords, when they first come out, super awesome, super cheap. No one really knew about it, knew how to do it. But now, if I type in BMW into Google, every single dealership is bidding for that word. So what used to be 10 cents a click is now $100 a click, $500 a click, because every single dealership is doing that.
Yeah.
So what we try to do is find cost-effective ways and get that beachfront property before other people learn about it and do it. So it's cost-effective, and we help our clients that way. So like TikTok. Everyone says the kids dancing on TikTok. Well, guess what? The kids 5 years ago, you said the kids were on Instagram, and now everyone's on Instagram. MySpace was a thing. No one's on MySpace anymore. They're on Facebook. So these things are constantly changing. And that's my little spiel about that. What do you think about that, B-Rock?
I mean, I definitely think that depending on the industry or business you're in, different social media platforms can be more beneficial to you. But one thing that I always see on TikTok is these like little viral products, you know, and you don't even have to have a viral product to say you have one. So if you, in your commercial, I mean, it's not necessarily the most honest advertising, but if I've seen TikTok ads, the first thing I see on TikTok is an ad, and it's going to be for some like, oh, the brand new LED light everybody's talking about. Nobody's talking about it. But if they say that people are talking about it, even if it gets 1 out of every 5 people who watch to believe that, oh yeah, I have to get this because everybody has it.
Yeah,
it's enough. So products, I feel like products are more suited, at least advertising wise, to TikTok. I think that's a good way to advertise a product. But services, I still think Facebook and Instagram are the best ways to go, because the average age of the TikTok user is probably what? Teenagers?
You could say that a year ago. I think we're getting closer and closer where TikTok's competing with Facebook and Instagram in the age range. I go on TikTok and there's like 40-year-old single moms dancing.
that exists,
you know what I mean?
but
Like,
I'd say the majority of the platform is people under the age of, like, we'll say 25. So there's.
I'm gonna do my research.
I mean,
come back with numbers.
Can. I'm sure you can. And I don't know, the user bases may be very, very similar in terms of like how many users exist on both platforms. But yeah, 60% of the age is 16 to 24.
60% 16 to 24. 26 are between the ages of 24 and 44.
Mm-hmm.
80% are between the ages of 16 and 34.
Yeah.
And that kind of bleeds into both of those numbers.
Right. I mean, yeah, but you're looking at a lot of teenagers and young adults who don't necessarily have the money to be spending on
who
things.
makes the decisions at the home, Brian?
The
Who do you
parents.
think? Okay, but what influences those decisions?
I'll be honest, I have very little pull in my house.
You think?
I think me and my siblings, I wouldn't say that my parents are strict.
Okay.
But I mean, like, you know, at the end of the day, I live under their roof and they let me know that, you know?
So I believe that's a rare breed. My family, the same thing. If I wanted a drum set, I had to go out, mow lawns and shovel snow to get my drum set.
It's not just a whatever
That
you
was the
want,
roof.
whenever you want kind of thing.
But that is a rarity now. I believe that the 12-year-old daughter probably has the most buying decision out of anybody. They're going to stomp their feet and get their way.
Yeah.
So if you can influence or make things appetizing to them, I feel like that trickles up rather than trickles down.
It's definitely not worthless to consider that.
And that generation is going to grow up. And just like we love Disney characters and we get nostalgia, you see a T-shirt with Buzz Lightyear on it. You love
Smash Mouth starts playing in the background. And bring me back to now. That's what I call music too.
Exactly.
On my Walkman.
Right? There you go.
Yeah.
Nostalgia. You like. I was at Marshall's is down the street, and you know I was working around here, and I needed a pair of socks. So I went to Marshall's down the street, and on my way to checkout, there was a bunch of Rugrat T-shirts. I grew up Nickelodeon Rugrats. Yeah. I bought one of each color.
There you go. I mean, the power of nostalgia is
absolutely
something to consider. I mean, and that's why we see we'll stay in the trend of media. I mean, movies. How many original movies are coming out compared to sequels or reboots or you know?
What do you mean?
Like you talk about like The Lion King, right? Yeah. Disney, especially Disney. Disney's a pretty big culprit when it comes to just recycling their intellectual property, but all the live action remakes of movies, the rebooted TV shows from, I mean, Nickelodeon does it too. The iCarly reboot just came back. You might have been a little too old for iCarly.
Yeah, I wasn't iCarly.
But the major studios, the major, corporations that produce video content are really just recycling their intellectual property because kids who haven't heard it before have a tried and tested product that did well in the past that they can depend on to do well again. And then people who are familiar with the content say, oh my God, did you see that there's a new Lion King movie coming out? That was the best Disney movie that existed when I was a kid.
Getting both generations.
Exactly.
Now.
So the power of nostalgia is almost superseding people who can feel nostalgic about it because it's tried and tested. It's good content, and you can get new people who haven't seen it exposed to a very successful, franchise. And you get the people who already are familiar and in love with it that want to come back and watch something more. I mean, Star Wars is getting like 1 million new shows on Disney Plus in the next 10 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go.
Absolutely. We want to make this as interactive as possible. So if you ask a question in the comment section, we will answer it live, and it can literally be about anything: marketing, social media, what's going on, trends, whatever. We'll answer it live here. And we want, I want to apologize a little bit, not really, but a little bit. We want to do more of this, and we have so much content. Brian knows because we have so much behind the scenes content.
Yep.
We got just so much stuff, but we've been so busy with our clients that we kind of put our stuff to the wayside. But we're going to start, really putting our feet to the fire and providing you guys with more content, doing more podcasts like this. We want to make them as interactive as possible. So please ask a question in the comments section and we will answer it live. Brian, you know what's coming up?
What is coming up, Doug?
So we like to bring our clients together.
Yes,
right?
We do.
So people in my industry, they'll be the dentist marketer, right? and they'll go to all the dentists and they'll be like, I can do your marketing. I'm the dentist marketer. I got a lot of experience with dentists, right?
Mhm.
So they'll take the same picture, the same smile, slap a different dentist logo on it, and provide it for all their clients.
Yeah.
And all their clients are probably close to each other. So they're now competing.
Mm-hmm.
Here at Undefeated Media, we take the opposite approach. We only want 1 or 2 dentists. We want 1 or 2 restaurants. We want, 1 or 2 personal trainers. So in that way, we can bring them together and now grow together.
Yeah.
And how we do this is we also run networking events. So we have an event coming up, and it's perfect timing, July 4th. We're not making it July 4th. Don't worry. It's not July 4th weekend, but it's America themed. And it's great because everything is opening up now. So what we've called this event is Back to the USA. And hopefully I don't get sued. But there's the flyer. Back to the USA. Back to the Future is one of my favorite movies of all time. Back to the USA. Great Scott networking is back. And the point of this, and it's going to be at Biagio's, my favorite restaurant. It's going to be at Biagio's. Rain or shine. If it's a nice day, we'll be on the rooftop. If it's not really a nice day, we'll be in the huge wedding hall. And these are a lot of fun because we get to bring our clients together. They get to meet each other, hang out with each other. They're all in different industries, so they can all help each other. And, people who come and meet with us, it's all you can drink, by the way. And they can have fun, and it's a mixer, and we have a grand old time. Now, if you go to the event page on Facebook, for this week only, tickets are $20.
$20.
All you can drink, $20 ticket. That's the price of like 1.5 drinks.
Yeah.
$20. So if you go now and get your tickets, $20. Now, as we get closer to the event, they're going to go up in price. That $20 ticket only lasts until Monday. Once it hits Monday, it goes up to $25. And then, like I said, as we get closer to the event, higher into the price. But these are super awesome. We get to showcase our clients, showcase what they do with everyone in the Bergen County area. And these are the top businesses in the Bergen County area. Super fun and exciting. Brian, what do you think about that?
I mean, the last one we hosted was a blast, even though we weren't able to go up on the rooftop.
Yes.
It was still a great time.
So yeah, there were thunderstorms.
Yeah.
We did promote it to be on the rooftop, and there were thunderstorms. Still had a great showing. Still had a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we really want to stress this one too. Rain or shine, like it's going down.
Yeah.
And if it's a nice day, we'll be on the rooftop. We've done other stuff on the rooftop. It's beautiful. That's the best rooftop, probably the only rooftop in the Bergen County area.
I mean, I want to go up there. I haven't gone up there yet.
You haven't gone up there yet?
Not yet.
Wow, Brian, the rookie.
I'm looking forward to potentially hopefully we're praying for my first rooftop experience at Biagio's.
Oh, it's great.
Regardless, if we're in the ballroom or we're up on the rooftop, it's going to be a great time.
Absolutely. So there you have it, guys. Back to the USA. Great Scott networking is back. You know where Great Scott comes from?
I mean, Back to the Future.
All right,
no?
good. I'm just making
Okay,
sure.
I thought there was.
No,
something more to it.
that's it.
You had me
Great
second-guessing
Scott. Great
myself.
Scott. That's
course.
Doc.
Yes.
Doc Brown. So definitely check that out and definitely get your tickets early because the earlier you get them, the cheaper they'll be. They're in you go to my Facebook page, Doug Freidman, facebook.com/Doug Freidman. It's there. The event page, get your tickets. It's all Eventbrite. So, it's all legit and it's all, on the Eventbrite page. Awesome. Brian, any questions, comments, concerns?
I can't say I have any. I rarely do. I mean, I try to.
I know, and I feel like I'm like doing something wrong here. I'm like,
he
knows it all already.
No, it's I feel like it's a good thing. You make yourself clear, and you leave very little room for I guess confusion, which is a good thing. So I mean, if I don't have any concerns, questions,
comments, well, I also ask you a lot.
Yeah, no,
probably too much. Like every 10 minutes.
At least, yeah, it's like every at least once an hour on the hour, and then scattered throughout.
Make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
You well hydrated, Brian? You need a drink?
I'm fine. I bring my water bottle every day.
Good.
And I'm pounding maybe 90 plus ounces every day.
Nice.
Water's essential. Anne Marie will tell you that.
Absolutely. Shout out to Anne Marie. It was her birthday the other day.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh, you missed it? It was like Tuesday, I believe. Tuesday or Wednesday. So we wish Anne Marie a happy birthday. She's one of our Undefeated Media favorites. Brian, anything you want to leave out to tell the interwebs?
Not really. Just everybody have a great, the weekend's coming and the weather's been phenomenal. And as we get deeper into the summer, everybody stay safe and enjoy yourselves responsibly.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Brian. We have another special guest, so let's get a little rotation here. While they're going, I'll switch over here. So as I said before, yeah, Rachel, come on in. Make yourself comfortable. And don't forget, Back to the USA event coming soon. Rachel, what's up?
Hi, nothing much. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing well.
Awesome. Now, Rachel's new. Rachel's the rookie here. She just started with us. The reason why I say that is because Rachel, the mic won't bite. So let's get that all situated. Yeah, the closer the better. It won't bite. Oh yeah, that's way better. There you go. So Rachel, what do you like, dislike? What is your favorite thing so far about being at Undefeated Media?
Sure. I've been here for about a week. I joined last Thursday. We've done a lot of productions, shoots. Went to a hotel and shot some.
Yes, we shot a pillow commercial at a hotel, which will remain nameless because they gave me a hard time. They said we could film. No, you're good. This is the good story stuff. People like a good story. There's a good story. So Rachel, it was probably one of her first shoots with us, and we set up a pillow commercial, and we figured that the best place to do the commercial would be in a hotel, clean bedroom, right? You know, it's clean and it's set up perfect, whatever. So I called the hotel and I was like, hey, it's only going to take an hour. We have Alexandria, shout out to Alexandria, coming in, and literally she's taking the pillow, she's going sideways on it and going, that's it. It's literally it. Probably take an hour, right? Mm-hmm. We get to the hotel and now they're like, oh, wait, what? We don't know this. What are you talking about? Oh, we have to call corporate. So I'm literally standing there for an hour going back and forth with them. They gave me permission. Now they're trying to call corporate. I'm like, just give me the hotel. I'll pay for it while you guys figure it out and then you can reimburse me later. But we will not name the hotel because I'm not happy with them. But Rachel, did you have fun at the pillow commercial? And shout outs to Nita and soon to come thenita.com, which is where these pillows will be sold, a new e-commerce site that we're helping Nita help with, who's a dear friend of ours. And did you have fun?
Yeah, it was great. I had the very important role of holding a light up.
Nice.
And then also fluffing the pillows. So.
Yes, very, very important job, because if the pillows are not fluffed, then it doesn't look enticing. Yeah. Would you want to sleep on a unfluffed pillow?
No, I don't think
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So out of all the things, you've been here for about, a short while, out of everything we do, what's your favorite aspect here?
Well, I kind of like doing everything. We also do social media posts. Now I'm getting into editing. Just enjoying learning a lot because I had other previous jobs, internships, but I think I've learned a lot more in this 1 week being here than I have in the past. So.
Whoa. Time out. I did not coach you to say that. I did not coach you, but say that one more time.
I've learned a lot this first week here.
Awesome. Then anything else you've done so far? Other internships, other jobs? You've learned more here than anywhere else?
Well, I think previous jobs, other entry positions are all about just running around and getting coffee, being a slave. So it's not really constructive.
Nice. Yeah. So we pretty much throw you into the fire. Exactly. And I think that's the way you learn best. And a lot of times I get people who come and ask me for an internship.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, great. If there's ways we can pay you and you do work for us, awesome. And if there's ways you want to learn, we're going to teach and train you. And I've literally had people come to me, summer internship, and they're like, this is great. And I love it. And it's really close to home. But this place in the city is offering me an internship for $10,000 for the whole summer. I'm like, go there. That's a great, go do that. But the difference between the $10,000 internship and what we do, we're throwing you in the fire. I need to teach and train you, and I want you to grow with us. Whereas the $10,000 internship, you're probably just running around getting coffee.
Exactly.
So that's been your experience?
Yeah, it has been. I remember a couple of years ago, I worked for someone and she wanted me to feed her cats. And that wasn't even, it was supposed to be a marketing job also. That's all I did.
Job description.
Feeding cats.
Feeding cats in a marketing company, but you go for
Exactly.
your job is the cat feeder.
Yeah.
Interesting.
She was like, I don't trust anyone else. And I'm like, I guess that's nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess that's a back where they call it backhanded compliment. I don't
guess.
trust anyone else, so go take care of my cats. The same question I ask Brian every 10 minutes. Questions, comments, concerns about anything. You ask me a question.
It's true. I
It could be about anything.
It's true. I always enjoy hearing about your lacrosse stories and your time doing that. So.
Oh yeah, you want me to go into lacrosse? All right.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I played lacrosse. I'll give you, I guess, the Spark Notes version of lacrosse story. Okay, so I picked up a lacrosse stick in 8th grade. Francis Collins, my neighbor, shout out to Francis, and his father Frank Collins. They were like, "You'd be great at lacrosse. You play basketball all the time. You're obsessed with basketball. It's the same skill set. Why don't you give lacrosse a shot?" And they handed me a lacrosse stick in 8th grade. So I had like one season, right? Then I go to high school, and all these skill sets, sure enough, transferred over. Started my freshman year. We won 4 championships at Northern Highlands. Got a scholarship to play at Canisius up in Buffalo. I was there for 3 years. My 3rd year, my junior year, we won the MAC championship. I fractured my jaw. And if I stayed at Canisius, I would have lost a year of eligibility. If I transferred, I would have kept that year. I actually gained a year of eligibility. So I transferred to Mount St. Mary's. So we just won the MAC championship. I transferred to Mount St. Mary's, and we play Canisius in the MAC championship and beat them for the MAC championship. So I have 2 rings from 2 different schools. You guys would not know this by, I don't look like this huge D1 athlete. But we got 2 rings from 2 different schools, played some semi-professional lacrosse in Canada. In fact, John Tavares, who some of you might know, he was on the Islanders and now he's on the Maple Leafs. Brian, right? Yeah. Brian's a big hockey fan. He's on the Maple Leafs. He was actually on my team, and I gave him a high five once or twice. But that's pretty much my lacrosse story. There's not much, when I was coming out of school and graduated, it wasn't as, it's getting bigger every year. It wasn't a spot where you would it's not like the Major League Baseball where guys are coming out of school and getting like $1 million contracts. The money's not really there much. So, but going along, I'll tie that into Undefeated Media. It's one of the reasons why I named the business Undefeated Media. So Undefeated Media is basically 2 things. One, we have a sports mindset. So we go hard. We're doing what we can. We try our best to win. We have a competitive mindset. But also, I believe if you go every day, give it 100% and never quit, you'll never lose, because the only way you lose is when you quit and give up, and you'll be undefeated. If you just go every day, chipping away at your goal, as long as you don't quit, you won't lose. So that's a little story about Undefeated Media.
That's a great motto too.
Thank you. And I also want to make some T-shirts and stuff. So keep your eye out for that. We're gonna make some Undefeated Media T-shirts, maybe like Undefeated Media is love or passion, whatever. But yeah, and I'm sure I'll get your input on that and some graphic design. What else, Rachel? What else is going on with you? Putting you on the spot.
I don't know. I just graduated a few weeks ago from Brandeis. So
Congratulations again.
Oh, thank you. Just to start working here. So that's pretty much what I have going on. And,
very nice. Very nice. Are you excited for the Back to the USA networking event? This is going to be your first event with us.
That's true, yeah.
So these get pretty exciting. These are pretty fun. You're 21, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So you are able to have the all you can drink special. So yeah, make sure you guys check out the Back to the USA event. And if you get your tickets soon, they're only $20 all you can drink. That only lasts until Monday. Then they go up in price. So there's your reminder for that. Any questions? So I'm totally transparent. There's no question that will rattle me. You can ask me whatever. Is there any questions about the business, about social media, about production, anything that you would like to ask? Putting you on the spot.
That's true, yeah. I guess, what do you think are the most, that's the best type of marketing techniques?
So the smartest thing, I tell businesses all the time, the quickest, smartest form of marketing right now. We want to work smarter rather than harder, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we can work really smart and efficiently and get good results out of it, we want to bottle that up and continue to do that. So I believe right now in today, 2021, a podcast like we're doing right now is one of the smartest forms of marketing you can do. And here is why. One, we're videoing this podcast. We are live streaming right now on Facebook and YouTube. You guys can't see it, but there's a big screen TV right here. Me and Rachel can see the comments, us, the whole stream, Facebook and YouTube. We then take the audio. We take that audio and we put it on all the podcasting apps, iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, iTunes. I already said iTunes, but you get the gist of it, all of them, right? So right there, we now have a hour piece of content, a big pillar of greatness. We put that up. Now we can also go and take little minute gems, probably just like this one, and pull that out, and it will be its own social media post. So from this half-hour show, now we could pull out 3 or 4 posts, and those posts are now our social media. So from you coming and hanging out with me for a half hour, I could pull out 10 posts as my social media now. So now we're working super smart because now we have a show. We're talking about issues people want to hear about. We pull out those social media clips. Those go on our Instagram, our Facebook, our LinkedIn, our TikTok. And now we're working smart and efficiently rather than trying to recreate the wheel, or people, a lot of businesses will be in a boardroom with the owners and the people and the marketing team, and they'll spend months trying to come up with some new way to market, when in reality, they just need to document the story and the bottle up the fun and the passion you have for your business and just put that out there. People think that social media, everything on here is TV. This is not TV. And in fact, when a TV commercial comes on, it's the first thing that comes out of the pocket, and they're going on social media. They don't want to listen to your commercials. They don't want to watch your commercials. So they go on social media. And the power of social media, they get to choose what they consume. If they're not interested, they're swiping up to the next picture, the next video. So you can't just post to post. You got to post something that's captivating, that it provides some type of value. And that's completely different than the concept of a television commercial. Television commercial, you spend a week and a really large budget to make something that you think is perfect. You submit it to the television company to post so they can put it on TV. Once that happens, it's out of your hands. It's done. It is what it is. It's up on the television now. Whereas social media, you can do things constantly, try different strategies, try different things, talk about different podcasts, and the things that work, we want to do more of, and the things that aren't really working or don't really resonate with people, do less of.
Right.
Does that make sense?
I feel like everyone's just posting all the time to social media, and there's always a constant, I think, information flow. So we're kind of like, I think, a small fish in a big pond. So what do you think are different ways to stand out?
Talk about what you're passionate about, and don't talk about what you think other people are passionate about. Don't chase the trend. Don't do what other people are working for other people. Be you, because there's only one you. There's only one type of your business. So be you. Talk about what interests you, because the people out there that will resonate with you, they care about where you got your coffee. They care about what jacket you're wearing. So if you're showing them a day in the life and what you're all about, they're going to gravitate toward that, and they're going to appreciate the authenticity rather than be repelled by, I don't want to say fake or phoniness, but they're going to be repelled because they know you're not being authentic. They can smell it. In sales, they call it commission breath. So when you're talking to someone, if you're, what do they call the people that knock on doors and go door to door salesman, right? There you go. Really rocket science here at Undefeated Media. Door to door salesman, right? They go door to door, right? If that door to door salesman is past due on bills and really needs this sale to eat and all that, he's going to have a lot of commission breath. And what the commission breath means is the person he's talking to can tell that he is trying super hard to make the sale, and they could smell it. Not figurative, they could smell it. It's not a real stench. It's not like bad breath, but that's the metaphor. So, but like what we do here, there's plenty of times where, we're meeting with the client and we're just telling them like the facts, like this is what we can do for you, this is how it will help you, like these are the facts, these are the statistics that other has worked for other of our clients. We're not promising them the world and not fulfilling those promises. And there's a lot of times at the beginning when we're talking to clients where they have unrealistic expectations and they think there's this thing called a magical post, which you know about, right? Because you just made a post about this, the magical post. There is no magical post where we put it up today and 50,000 people will show up to your business. It doesn't happen. It's a long game, and the process of this stuff and the things that you do, if you put your heart into it and your passion into it, and it's what you actually believe, in the long run, these things work. And I know we're going on a lot of tangents, but does that answer the question?
Yeah, it does. It does.
What else you got for me? As a new grad, like what's going? Give me some questions.
Well, it's interesting that you say about the magic post and how everyone expects like 50,000 followers after just one post. And I feel like today we live in a society where everything's just like so fast paced and everything's happening so quickly with results that you expect that there would be something right away at 50,000 followers when it's, I think, a progress, just like going to the gym. And I think like getting in shape, you don't just become in shape just eating one carrot and going to the gym once. It happens, I guess, over a couple of years. So
that is awesome. I love that you said that. So going with workout metaphor, right?
Yeah.
So you asked what's a good strategy. Doing a podcast is a good strategy. Posting on social media is a good strategy. Having a clean, understandable website is a good strategy. Now, if I went to my personal trainer, if I went to Master Phil, I hope Master Phil's watching, he's one of my favorite people in the world, Master Phil, and he said, he does tell me this, I need to do push-ups every morning, sit-ups, planks, and I should probably do a little cardio, right? Every day he does those things. Now, if I'm asking him, hey, I want to be in shape, right? What should I do? And he says, sit-ups, push-ups, run a mile, right? And I say, I'm going to do the push-ups, maybe the sit-ups, but I'm not going to run that mile, right? Should I expect to be in shape? No, you didn't do the whole program. If you only do bits and pieces that you like or you find easy, you're not going to get the results you want. If he tells me I got to do X, Y, Z to be in shape, and I do X, I forget Y and Z because they're not fun, I'm not going to get the results. So workout metaphor is perfect because there's going to be things that you don't want to do. There's going to be platforms that you might feel uneasy doing, whether it's, and each one of these platforms are different. So like Clubhouse is audio. So if you don't like the sound of your voice, tough shit. Jump into Clubhouse and experiment with it and give it a taste. Like, you know what I mean? Don't just discredit it because you don't like the sound of your voice or whatever. Or video, people are very camera shy. There's so many times where we're filming at places and I don't want to be in the video. Please don't put me in the video. It's like, dude, we're not even going to see your face. You're in the background over in the corner. Like, first off, like, don't worry about it. One, but two, people are like really camera shy, and if they might really shine on video, but they never gave it a chance. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. I remember with a few other students at school, we made a documentary about like Greek life on campus, and a lot of people we were interviewing, like they were so outgoing and had a lot to say. As soon as we turned on the camera, they just went like silent.
Yeah.
And the best footage we ended up finding was when they didn't realize we were filming them. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a switch that happens all the time. You'll have the most charismatic person as soon as you hit record and they're like,
exactly.
But it's a muscle, it's a skill. And that's something that people don't understand either, is that with working out, you got to do it every day and work out those muscles and get used to those muscles, right? It's just the same thing with the podcast. The first 30 podcasts you do are probably going to suck. So don't overjudge yourself, but it is a muscle. I bet you that 30th podcast is going to be a world different than the first one. Your 30th video, your 30th vlog is going to be way better than your first one. Your 30th live stream, esports, Brian, what's the live streaming on esports? What's that platform? Twitch. Your 30th Twitch is going to be way better than your first one. So people want this quick shot of success, but they don't understand it takes a lot of time and effort and work, actual work to do it. And that's also going back to why the name Undefeated Media. We're putting in the time. We're practicing in the game. We're practicing before the games. When those games come, we learn from those games, if you will, metaphor. We're learning from those games and what we can improve on, and we're always trying to get better. And the only way you lose is if you actually throw in the towel and quit. I believe if you keep chipping away, that you will find success. But if you quit, it's just like I'm sure you saw that meme where it's like the two people digging for diamonds, and like the one guy like gives up halfway through, and the other guy he like finds one little diamond like 5 feet in, and takes his little diamond, and the other guy digs, finds nothing, and he's like one strike away from the huge diamond, but turns around and walks away. Yeah. So like it's a muscle, and you need to work that muscle out. You can't. No one's gonna jump in. I mean, very rarely you'll have those. What are you, Brian? Help me out again. With those athletes that are like super young and they're already awesome. Prodigy. Every once in a while, they have a prodigy who's just a natural, and that's great. Good for them. But like, every other person, every other athlete has to work for it, has to put in the time, put in the practice.
Right. But you end up appreciating the skills you've gained by practicing instead of they come naturally to you. So
if I won every game, if I had, let's use video games, if I had a cheat code and won every game I plugged in and I played, I'd be really sick of that game quickly. I win. There's no challenge. It's a win. Oh, win. Like, no. So the challenges, the failures, the things that, set you back, make you appreciate the win so much. That's why I'm very nervous about the way children are growing up now, because everyone gets a participation trophy. Everybody wins. Yep. So now this is psychological now. Little Timmy has been told his entire life he is an awesome soccer player. Yep. First grade, participation trophy, soccer. Second grade, MVP of the soccer team. Third grade, kicked the ball once, got a trophy. Like for 10 years, first grade all the way through high school, again, participation trophies, everybody wins. Now he graduates and goes to college. Guess what, Timmy? You're not really good at soccer. His whole life, his whole vision about who he is as a person is now shattered because Timmy sucks at soccer. Right. What is he going to do now? He thought his whole life was going to be a soccer player. I don't know. What do you think?
There's without, I think, proper competition, or even if also that's true today, I think general families are having only like one child instead of like 2 or 3 or 4. And then you're not having any sibling rivalry or any really competition with your siblings. So you don't learn how to be more competitive and to really like fight for yourself. And I think it's a problem because then when you get into the real world, like how do you defend yourself and how do you like work your way up and how do you improve?
Absolutely. I had a younger brother and we would have battles in our driveway, basketball battles in our driveway, playing one-on-one and stuff like that. I know you love the stories. You ready for a short one?
Yes.
I'll give you a short one. This is a famous story. So I have a younger brother. He's 5 years younger than me. And he wants to play basketball. Now, I think at the time I was probably 17 years old. So he was probably 12. He wants to play basketball. I'm like, cool. Move the car out of the driveway and we'll play. He's 12 years old. Now, at 5 years old, I knew how to drive a car. Go-karts and, you gas, brake, steering wheel. I think 12 years old, he can handle moving the car into the street. Apparently I was wrong. So I tell him to move the car. He gets the keys. He's moving the car. Now my car is in the street already. And this is the driveway. That makes sense. So my car's in the street already. He has to back up, right? So he's backing up. And it looks like the back of the car, which is my mother's car, is backing up and it's going straight for my car. It looks like it's backing up right into my car. So I freak out and I run over to him. I'm like, no, wait. Now I open up the driver's door. He's driving the car. I open up the driver's side door to stop him. So now I open up the driver's side door. So now it's like this, if you will, right? And I'm here, right? He freaks out, forgets what the gas is and forgets what the brake is. So instead of slamming on the brake, he slams on the gas, which makes the car fly back. Now, luckily, both cars missed each other, but the door's open and I'm in between the door and my car. So the door now takes me and pins me against my car. Ouch. The car continues to go. The car he's driving continues to go. The door slams onto me The car keeps going, misses my car, but pins me against my car, and the door of the car goes backwards like a tuna fish can. First thought, I'm Superman. Second thought, shit. So the car door looks like a tuna fish can. The car is now rolling backwards. He thinks he's going to die. Starts running away, sprinting down the street, crying. He's like, I'm gonna get killed. He runs off into the distance. I don't want to be blamed for this, so now I'm chasing him to make sure he gets blamed for this. So I chase him down, I get him, and I'm like, we gotta put the car away. We put the car away, right? So we put the car into the driveway. We close the door. It's now backwards. We close the door. We put it in the driveway. My parents are away, or they're not away, but they were out doing something. They were out like at a meeting or a dinner or whatever. We put the car away. It's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. My parents come home. My brother's been sleeping until like since this happened. So he went right to his room, shut the light off, and like is now pretending to be asleep. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. My mother walks to the door. What happened to my car? What happened to my car? What happened to my car? I was like, I don't know, ask Danny. But yes. So that goes along with, the competitiveness of my brother, but also the stupidity of letting him drive at 12 years old.
Yep.
So I know you like the little short stories. That one's a little longer, but there's a little story for you.
Yeah, definitely enjoyed that one.
Nice. As always, guys, we are live, and we encourage you to ask a question in the comments section because we will answer it live, and it can literally be about anything. We're here at Undefeated Media, a full-service production and marketing studio, and we are really excited about our Back to the USA networking event, where not only can you have fun, listen to music, and have a couple drinks, but you can hang out with some of the top businesses in the area. So definitely check out the Facebook event page because tickets are only $20 right now, but they will go up as we get closer. Rachel, any other questions, comments, concerns?
No, I think I'm all out for today.
That's all out for today?
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you, Rachel and Brian. You guys both rock, and I'm super lucky to have you guys, and we're having a lot of fun here, and you guys are a pleasure to work with. If you want to see more of Brian and Rachel, there'll be plenty of them to see at Doug Freidman and at Undefeated Media. A lot of behind-the-scenes stuff to come. Both of you guys, no questions, comments, concerns? That's a wrap. Hopefully all the footage we're dumping onto these hard drives are finished as well. Thank you guys for watching, and we promise to do more of these. We've been a little hectic over here, so we promise to do more of these, and we'll catch you guys next time.